Hey, good morning, everyone. Now, today I'm going to be doing something different. It's a new segment I'm going to call Story Time. So, gather around, parents, children, uncles, aunts, etc., because what I'm going to be reading to you today is probably one of my favorite stories ever when I was a kid. And I think it's still a good story today. Just don't think of the movie. That wasn't good. So this is Where the Wild Things Are. I know it's backwards, but that's how it is. So, the story and pictures by Maurice Sendak. That looks so weird backwards. So, I really have wanted to do this for a bit. Yes, I'm going to be reading it like a teacher in not elementary, but, like first, second, third, etc. to before, like an old school teacher reading a storybook to little children. Then, the night Max wore his wolf suit and made mischief of one kind and another. And something I find interesting, how that little drawing that he did was one of the creatures. I noticed that one time when I was reading it to one of my younger relatives. So I just thought that might be interesting to any people that like lore in things. His mother called him Wild Thing! And Max said, "I'll eat you up!" So he was sent to bed without eating anything. And that's why you respect your parents. Otherwise, you don't get to eat. That very night in Max's room, a forest grew. And grew. And grew until its ceilings hung with vines and the walls became the world around him. And an ocean tumbled by with a private boat for Max, and he sailed off through night and day. Just want to make sure I'm not missing any pages. And in and out of weeks, and almost over a year, to where the wild things are. And when he came to the place where the wild things are, they roared their terrible roars, and gnashed their terrible teeth. and rolled their terrible eyes and showed their terrible claws. And Max said, "Be still!" And tamed them with the magic trick of staring at their yellow eyes without blinking once. And they were frightened and called him the most wild thing of all. And made him king of all wild things. "And now," cried Max, "let the wild rumpus start!" Pardon the sounds, please. Yeah! Yeah, even the bird can hang from its wings that are also arms, apparently. I guess it's not an owl. Well, no, no, that'd be a bat, but whatever. "Now stop!" Max said, and sent the wild things off to bed without their supper. And Max, the king of all wild things, was lonely and wanted to be where someone loved him best of all. Then all around, from far away across the world, he smelled something good to eat. So he gave up being king of where the wild things are. But the wild things cried, "Oh, please don't go! We'll eat you up! We love you so!" And Max said, "No!" The wild things roared their terrible roars, and gnashed their terrible teeth, and rolled their terrible yellow eyes, and showed their terrible claws. But Max stepped into his private boat and waved goodbye. And sailed back over a year, and in and out of weeks, and through a day, and into the night. And sailed and into the night of his very own room, where he found his supper waiting for him. And it was still hot. Classic Mom. Moms are amazing. I'd like to thank all moms for everything they have done for their husbands, spouses, family members, everything. Everything, all good stuff. So, that is all today. So until next time, mind your mothers. Super. Take care now. Bye-bye then.